Okay, so welcome to ApolloBot. This is what the interface looks like. If you can see my screen, okay, I'll try to enlarge a little bit. So here on my screen, you see the interface of robotics. This is what the AI looks like. The Apollo two-in-one bot. So there's a reason for it called two-in-one bot. The reason it's called two-in-one bot is because it has the futures trades and also the sports trade. And in the future, say sometime in 2024, we're going to be having an additional icon here, probably the arbitrage. So we look forward to arbitrage trading sometime in 2024. So exciting moments are upcoming, right? So if this is your first time, you download the app and you get yourself signed up, registered, you meet one of the leaders to guide you, meet someone, whoever introduced you here to guide you. So this is what the Apollo box looks like. So you can see on the top left, you see exchanges. So these are the exchanges partnered with Apollo. We have OKX, Binance, Bybit, BitGet, and Gate.io. So depending on your zone, depending on your country, the country you find yourself, there are exchanges that are permitted and there are some that are not permitted. So if you're in the UK, I'm sure of BitGet and probably OKX, not too sure. So you choose whatever exchange you are familiar with. So these are the exchanges. The next thing you're going to be doing is you connect the robot with your exchange. So you have what we call the API. So you can see the API, it stands for Application Programming Interface. So when you tap on API, you connect. So you can see this, on this other side of this page, you see what's called bind. So you tap on bind. Once you tap on bind, you'll see the process of binding is also stated there. There is a tutorial that will take you through the binding process. So what are you binding? You're binding your exchange you're binding your exchange with the robot, okay? Because you don't put money in the robot. Your money stays in your exchange. So for the robot to trade successfully, you have to bind the robot with the exchange. So follow through. There are videos on binding. There are videos on binding. So you pick the exchange, the exchange of your choice, and you tap on bind. All right. So that's the second thing you need to do. Now the third thing you need to do is to buy gas. Okay. Now in Apollo, the minimum gas you need is $30. So just in case you don't understand what we mean by gas, now remember I said the robot is free. It's entirely free. You download it and you start to use it. Now you need gas for this robot to work successfully. And the gas is for each time the robot trades profitably in your exchange. Okay, each time there's profit made in your exchange, there is a 10% deduction that happens in your wallet, in your Apollo wallet. So that's why we say a minimum of $30 in your Apollo wallet to serve as the gas. Okay, so if you're trading between $100 to $300, you need a minimum of $30. But then if you're doing $400 and above, you should do 10% of your capital. So if you have $400, $500, you're looking at $40 to $50 gas. Okay, so you tap on mine. See this icon at the bottom right corner. You tap on mine. Once you tap on mine, you will see a page like this. So you see deposit. So you tap on deposit this way. So once you see deposit, you will see the deposit address. So you copy this address. Remember, the chain name is Polygon. Okay. So a lot of guys are used to the TRC20. So, but this is Polygon. That's Polygon-matic Polygon. Okay. So that's it. You tap on copy. Once you tap on copy, you see copy successful. Then you go back to your exchange or your wallet, wherever, and you do a transfer. So you send money into your wallet, and once you do that, your money will appear. It appears here. They say you send $30, you have $30 in the Apollo wallet. So the next thing you're going to be doing is to buy gas here. Okay, so you tap on buy gas. You tap on buy gas. You tap on buy gas this way. You see the different let me remove this. Once you tap on buy gas, you will see the different gas systems appear here. So you see $30, $50, you see it. So according to the gas you've loaded, you can see from $100, you've got some bonus. So you can just, you tap on $30, then you tap on pay. See pay at the bottom. Once you tap on pay, then your USDT is converted to gas. Now the robot is good to trade, so you're good to go. So what's the next thing you have? So we've taken you through downloading the bots, selecting your exchange, binding the robot to your exchange, then putting in the gas. So the next thing is to start up a trade. So starting up a trade in Apollo, you need a minimum of $100. So there is a chart to that effect. So there is a chart that will guide you whether you're trading futures or you're trading spots. So you can choose, if you have $100, you can choose between the spots and the futures. So if you have $100, you go to your, these are the charts, and this is how you trade. This is how you trade. These are the charts that will guide you. Okay, so you see below here, you have the AI DCA futures. You also have the AI grid futures, and you have the AI grid spot. So there's a chart for everything and for every exchange. So you want to trade sports, you want to trade futures, you can clearly go with the chart. So if you tap on the chart for sports, you're going to see it. So the $100 capital, you have the 20, the initial position becomes 20, maximum, you have leverage, you have the direction and all that. So the coins are well stated. So we're going to take an example quickly. So there is an example. Say you have $100 and the $100 you have to choose between the spot and the futures trading, because $100 you cannot split it into two. So you have to choose between the spots or the futures. So but with $200 you can trade $100 on spots, $100 on futures. So you can do it 50-50, and you can split accordingly to your according to your choice. Okay, so let's go back to how do we execute these trades. So how do you execute this trade? So you tap on home. Now, if you are trading on futures, if you want to trade futures, so all you need to do is tap on Futures Classic. Okay, you see, you tap on Futures Classic. Now, according to the chart, you choose the coins. If it says 5 coins, 10 coins, you can select all the coins all at once. When you tap on it, then you tap on confirm. You can see this button, you can see this confirm button. You tap on the confirm button. Now you have all the parameters outlined here. So this is the futures parameters. So it's 100% automated. So now you can see this is AIDCA, you leave it that way. Then initial position, this is Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum has a fixed minimum amount, so which is $24. So this is how it is. Well, most coins is $20. So let's say you have it at 20. So then maximum order, you don't touch any other thing. Then the next is the parameters. The direction, of course, is automated. So because it's AI, it's automated. So you leave it that way. Then the leverage says 10x. So you can quickly go back and check. You can see the leverage here is 10x. Okay, so the leverage says 10x. Now you pick 10x, and after that you are done. So this is all you need to do. Okay, so this AIDCA, the direction is auto, leverage is 10x, and that's all. And the next thing is you tap on launch. Okay, here you just tap on launch and your trade will kick in immediately. So that's about it for the futures, and the robot will keep trading successfully for us. Okay, so the futures trade is 100% automated. Yeah, we will not advise you to trade manually unless you're an expert. So leave every other futures, leave every other parameters this way, and follow the AIDCA, right? So let's go to the next trading future, which is the sports classic. So we all know what spot is, okay? Spot means you're trading with what you have on the spot, while the futures is a leveraged form of trade, is a derivative trade, okay, where you have to deal with leverages. So you deal with borrowed money in the futures space. So that's why you could use $100 to trade and be successful, okay? So it comes with its own kind of risk. But with the Apollo bot, our risk is quite mitigated, yeah, to the barest minimum. It's mitigated to the barest minimum. So, but the sports trade comes with no risk at all. So the sports trade is we buy low and sell high. So I'll come back to that question on my chart where someone was asking how you do the buy low and sell high using the robotics. Okay, so now if you're trading the sports, all you need to do on this robot is tap on Spot Classic. So you tap on Spot Classic and you will see the selected coin. So you could select your coins. If you're doing the AIDCA, you could pick according to, there is a chart also for Spot Classic. So this is a chart for sports. But we all know that the sports, the market is going ups and down, and we are preparing for the bull run. Okay, so remember, we have the Bitcoin halving coming up in 121 days. You can see it on my screen. So I have the Bitcoin calendar running on my screen. So the Bitcoin halving, it's in 121 days, 5 hours, 12 minutes, and 16 seconds. All right. So we're counting down to the biggest boom in the market. So if you are in this crypto space, you don't need to miss. Okay. So keep following us for the best. Okay. So what were we saying? So these are the coins listed for sports. So according to your capital, you pick these coins and you assign it to the robot to trade for you. So you assign it to the AI to trade for you. But then everybody has a system. So personally, I have my own system. I will tell you for the AIDCA, you could go for, if you want to hold some good currencies right now, you look for the best of the best stable coins to circulate, okay? So these are the coins you can be holding for the next 2 years, or you can trade them on a cycle for the next 2 years, because these coins are going to explode. How do we know this kind of coins? Of course, number one is Bitcoin, number two is Ethereum, and number three is BNB. That's the Binance token, the Binance BNB. So these three coins, if you want to hold, and that's if you want to put your robot on to trade on cycle, you trade the BTC, the Ethereum, the BNB. 3 coins, okay? You put them on the roll, they keep rolling and keep making you money from now till 2025. Okay, so if you want to do more than 3 coins, so this is my own personal advice. If you want to do more than 3 coins on a cycle, okay, remember that the crypto market is this way, and now we are still at the bottom. We are still at the bottom. The stable coins are still at the bottom. So you can trade all the way from bottom to the top. So if you look at the top 5, okay, let's look at the top 5. You could trade, let's say Bitcoin. Sorry, let's go back. So I could say Bitcoin is, if I want to trade coins on a cycle, I want to trade coins on a cycle. So I will pick Bitcoin, pick Ethereum, I will pick BNB. What else? What will I pick? Pick BNB. I will pick XRP. Yes. Let me clear all this. So I'm going to pick XRP, probably Solana and Cardano. Okay. So I could choose this 5. Okay. BTC, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, and probably Cardano. So that's 5 for me. You could go more than 5 if you want to pick a stable coin. So these coins, I could put these coins on a cycle, and all you need to do on the board, how do you put a coin on a cycle? It's by trading the what's it called? The AI. Okay, by trading, let's tap on Spot Classic. So if you pick a coin, say I pick Solana, then you tap on confirm. So these are the coins. This is how you pick a coin on Spot. You pick on the coin, you tap on confirm. So now you choose between the AIDCA or the DCA. Now the AIDCA is the automated part of the sports trading. So AIDCA is fully automated, while the DCA is semi-automated. So your robots, your AI, the Apollo bot is functioning as what we call a hybrid. A hybrid in the sense that you could trade automated, that you could make it 24 hours automatic, or you could trade the semi-automatic, whereby you select your coins, you pick your coins, and you assign it to the robot, assign also your profits to the profits you want the robot to make for you. So now the AIDCA, I pick this coin this way, and I say, okay, my initial position is 20, my maximum order, this is AIDCA. You leave it this way, then everything is automated. You can see it's quite automated. So when you're done, you just tap on launch. All right, you tap on launch. So this is according to your capital. Okay, so when you're doing the DCA, this is the DCA. Okay, so let's come into a little bit of technicalities here. The DCA, the dollar cost average system, is whereby you buy at different levels of the market. So this is where we call the buying low and the selling high. Okay, you buy low, you sell high. So for the DCA, you put in the coins here. Remember, it's still automated, but it is semi-automated. So it's not 100% automated because you have some control over the robot here. You are telling the robot what to do. So once you're telling the robot what to do, it becomes semi-automated. So now, we have a signal group where you pick signals and you trade. Okay, if you're not in that group yet, I suggest you hop into the group. So you pick your signals. Some of these signals are going to sell off in a few minutes. Some takes like hours, while some takes days or weeks. But in all this time frame, you're still going to make him profit because the market will be diving down. So as it dives down, the robot will buy low. Okay, for every layer, the robot will keep buying low. And when it buys low, it deploys the partial, what you call the partial profit taking. Okay, so it takes profits at different layers at different levels. Okay, so I call them sub sell. Okay, when you're selling below your entry price, because you can sell below your entry price because you have different levels. Okay, so now what makes it semi-automated? Now I could want to trade Bitcoin. If I want to accumulate Bitcoin for some money, so I could start my BTC with say $30 spot, and I tell the robot, please, my maximum order, I want my maximum order to be 20 on Bitcoin. Then my margin method. Now, margin method is is one of the parameters in Apollo where we could choose between the martingale and the flat. And what is the martingale? The martingale is a system that doubles each of your new entry. It doubles your position. Okay, what do I mean? If you enter with $20 and your first entry coming with $20, when there's another opportunity in the market for the robot to buy in, it will double your $20 and make it $40. Okay, so your second entry becomes a $40. So another opportunity comes up for a third entry, it will double, it will make your third entry, the third entry becomes $80. So that's a martingale strategy. It's usually advisable for those who have some good capital, because with good capital, you make serious money in the crypto business. So, but then if you have just little capital, no issues, stick with the flat. Stick with the flat. Okay, so you put it on flat. You want to acquire Bitcoin, you put it on flat. Then your TP mode, okay, you could leave it at full TP or partial TP. Okay, so I could choose partial TP because I want my robot to not just to buy and sell, but to buy and keep buying at a cheaper price and also keep selling below my main entry price. Okay, so the partial TP will keep putting money into your pocket. Okay, once you have good capital, the partial TP will keep giving you money every single day while you are still in the market. Okay, and while you're still holding that very coin, you keep getting partial TP. Okay, so now the running mode, you have the cycle and the single. So it depends on you. You want to run BTC on a cycle, fine. It means the robot will keep buying, selling, selling. It will keep going this way. That trade will never close out until you are satisfied. So the cycle trade, like I said, is good for stable coins. These are coins that do just between 10, between 10, 15% in a full month. They are not very erratic. They are not erratic coins. So they just do up, down, and you put on cycle. Then on single is for specific coins you just want to buy and sell, probably in less than 2 hours or less than 1 month. So you put it on single if you want that. Okay. So remember, this is the DCA. This is the semi-automated trade. That's if you're interested in making money trading semi-automated. If not, you could stick with the AIDCA. And remember, I always tell us to diversify your capital, your funds. You put some in futures, you put some in sports. And in sports, you can still split it further. You put some in the AIDCA while you trade some with the DCA. Okay? All right. So now the profit taking, the DCA, in the profit taking, you could choose. You could decide to take 3% if you want, or you could say you want 1%. Okay, so you can determine what you want. Unlike the AIDCA will determine the profit. The robot determines the profit for you. So you have a whole lot of advantage, and we cannot trash everything in this particular zone, right? So you have the margin ratio. Somebody asked, what is your margin ratio? The margin ratio are different levels of the market where you want the different levels of the market. As the market dips down, as the market drops, you want to buy lower than your initial price. Okay, so let me quickly trash what the margin ratio is. So supposing you have, okay, I don't want to be too technical, but just follow this teaching. Okay, you understand this. So I have a market. I have a BTC market. Okay, so I use Bitcoin as my reference because everybody understands Bitcoin. Okay, everybody knows Bitcoin, both traders and amateur traders. Everybody knows what BTC is. So let me make it more clearer. So this is BTC market. All right. So we know BTC here now. It's at 42K. Sorry, it's at 42,000. Right. Pardon my. So this is 42K. Now, this is different. These are different layers of the market. These are different layers of the market, and we know that definitely the market goes. This is the market waves. We draw a wave. The wave goes this way, this way, this way, this way. Okay. So this is how the waves goes. Okay. So now you would see there are clear opportunities in the market. There are clear opportunities. So now you have this. You want your robot to buy the Bitcoin at different market prices. So you could set up your margin ratio accordingly, how you understand it. So I could say, I want to buy Bitcoin at every 5% drop, okay? So it becomes automated, all right? So it becomes automated. So each grid line here now represents the 5% drop. So what happens? What happens here is that when the market goes down here, from this spot, if the market goes down here, there is a buy, okay? There is a buy here. If it comes down here again, there is another buy because it drops by 5%. When it drops again by another 5%, there's another buy here. So on this bit is on this particular trade, you've set up the 5% margin ratio so that you can buy Bitcoin each time there's a market drop. Okay, with Bitcoin has gone from $43,000 to as low as $41,000 right now. So the robot has bought for a lot of people at a lower price. Okay, so it keeps dropping and it keeps buying low. And when it goes up, you can see it will sell. These are selling points. It will still sell at different points. So now this is the buying low and selling high. So, and each time your robot buys low, what happens? It moves, your USDT will be allocated to buy BTC. So sometimes you go to your wallet, you see that your USDT has depreciated. Probably you had $2,000 and you go to your wallet, you now see $1,000 and you scream, hey, it means you need cryptocurrency training. You need some training because USDT is used to buy BTC and other currencies in the market. And remember, when your BTC goes down, the value of your coin will drop. So when you log into your exchange, say you have Binance or OKX, you log into your exchange, you see that your total assets, probably you started with $2,000. Now you're seeing 1,500. Then you start to scream, wow, what happened to my money? Your money went from 2,000 to 1,500. Now remember that you're trading, you're a trader and you're trading various assets. Now, when those assets drop in price, when they drop in price, depending on the price, they can drop by 5%, 20%, or 30% in price. When they drop in price, it will affect the overall profit and loss. It affects your P&L. So your P&L is affected. So your assets will go from $2,000 to $1,500. But that's not the end. Okay. Remember that your robot is buying low. And when it buys low, it's going to sell high. So when the market comes up, it will sell. So when BTC jumps from $41,000 to $44,000, what happens? Your overall assets will appreciate. So you're going to see your asset now jumping back from 1,500 probably to 2,500. Now remember you started with 2,000. Now you see your overall asset as 2,500. You now probably say, what happened? Regardless of whether you're trading or not. But as long as you are holding some of these coins, you're holding BTC, you're holding Doge, you're holding Shiba, you're holding XRP, when there is an appreciation in the market, your entire asset will jump, okay? It will appreciate. So that's how you make money in cryptocurrency. Remember, this class is free, so there's going to be, the video will be uploaded on YouTube shortly. So buying low and selling high. So you buy low and sell high, and that is typically, that's what the robot does. It buys Bitcoin at $41,000. It sells it at $41,500, depending on the percentage you want. So you could set up your percentage and make the robot work for you. Okay, so that's on this here. So let's proceed. We fully understand that, right? It's fully understood. Next, that's the margin ratio. Then rebound averaging is a technique by the robot. So the robot deploys rebound averaging in different forms of the trade. Say the market, say you also in the futures and also in the spots. Okay, so your market is coming down, or probably your market comes this way, and this is your buy zone. You want to buy here. Now, if Bitcoin hits this particular market, your robot will not buy immediately, right? Your robot will not buy immediately. The robot will wait for it to dip to see if the market is going to dip more, all right? So it's a clear intelligence. So now it waits for the market to dip more. So when the market becomes saturated, it's no longer dipping. When it comes up, okay, it comes up by 0.1%, by 0.1%. What happens? What happens here? That is when the robot will buy. The robot buys because the robot has sensed that the market is already saturated and now for the rebound. So it buys in at that peak, at that bottom. So that's the rebound average, right? So that's rebound average. Because there are always new things to learn. I wanted to see if there are other questions I could answer. Okay, short-term trade in sports. Okay, the short-term trades in sports. Okay, first of all, I would say in sports trading, in business generally, there are no 100% guarantee that even your short terms are going to be short. And now it depends on what you call a short term. Now I could analyze a market. Okay, for like 1 week, I've not had the chance to analyze any market. I could analyze the market because I am trading with the AIDCA. And if you have good capital, you don't need to analyze much. You just put the robot to work. So now if I analyze the market and I see that Bitcoin is going to make 5% probably in the next 1 hour, now I buy Bitcoin. So give and take, it could take 3 hours or 4 hours. But then sometimes some news could come up and the market will go deeper down. But then be rest assured that the market will always rebound. So the wave of the ocean is like this. So the market goes down, it must come up. So your short terms will always come out on top. Okay. So remember, some people are holding these coins for as long as 6 months and 1 year, but it always comes out in profit. Okay. So to wrap it up, you can always diversify your funds in the futures boards and also in the sports boards. So while in the sports boards, you can also always use the AIDCA and the DCA. So you can see there are clear opportunities for us here. And trust me, you could make between, say, 15% to as high as 50% monthly using the Apollo bot to trade. Okay, it has been tested and trusted. It has gone through all market turbulences between the months of April to the present date. So we've had different scenarios where people lost their money, the pumps and the dumps in order. Okay, so manual traders lost a lot of money. People trading with other bots lost a lot of money, but there was no such in Apollo, okay, because Apollo is quite smart using the AI, the Microsoft QLib AI. So I hope I have attended to some questions on buying low and selling high with margin call. So you buy low with your margin call. So because, like I said, you buy low, setting your margin call, say 2% or 3% or 5%. I want to buy Bitcoin. Okay, you set your market. You want to buy Bitcoin when the market drops by 5%. So when it drops that by 5%, the robot will buy. Okay. So now, what does the robot wait for? The robot will wait for a clear opportunity to take profit. But then, if the market drops again by another 5%, what happens? The robot will buy again. So you have bought into the market twice. So 5% at the first stage, 5% at the second stage. It means you have gone deep into the market 10%. You have gone 10% deep in the market. And what does that mean? It means you bought cheaper. You accumulated more Bitcoin to yourself. Okay, you just acquired more BTC. Now you're waiting for the market to sell out and give you profits in USDT. Okay, so you have two currencies in your hand. You have BTC here, you have USDT here. So you want to sell BTC to transfer to USDT. So either way, you have money. You have money flowing in your hands. So as the money is flowing between, as the market is ranging, your assets to arranging. And this is how you continue doing this for a period of time, and your assets will go from $100 to $200, from $200 to like $10,000. So you become rich in cryptocurrency. Okay, so I want to take questions here, so I can call it a wrap. Okay. Okay, so we've dealt with the AI DCA and also the DCA system. Now we have the AI grid. Okay, so we have a DCA system and we have, so this is clearly, you have the DCA and you have the grid. Now, let me explain. AI grid. From the name grid system, I want to illustrate using, so this is the AI grid. Now the grid comes up with different grid lines. Let me use this to explain those grid lines. So these are the grid lines. You can see this is BTC USDT. So if you look at this, this is the grid. This is how it works, right? So you have the buy, okay, is this the grid? AI grid, yes. So you have the buy and the sell, you have the buy and the sell, you have the buy and the sell. So it works with different grids. You have different lines. So I like to use, what's it called? Bitcoin again. So you have Bitcoin at $44,000. You have here 43,000. You have 42,000, and you have 41,000. Now, for every buy that is made here, when when you buy here, this is a buying point. This point, you buy here, you sell here. Okay, you buy here, you sell here. Now, the grid system doesn't hold much of your money. So it buys at a particular grid. When it buys at a particular grid, it sets a take profits within the same grid. So for every buy in the grid, there is also a sell. So now, if your robot buys 4 times in the grid, it's going to have 4 take profits. I hope I'm communicating, all right? If you buy 4 times in the grid, say you bought at $41,000, you're going to have a take profit for $41,000. If it buys again at $42,000, it's going to have a take profit for $42,000. So your robot will sell for each grid. So for each grid, there is a particular take profit. So now, the major difference is that in the grid system, you don't accumulate coins. Okay, you don't accumulate. It does a buy and sell. So if you don't want to accumulate BTC or other coins, you use the grid system. So when it buys for you at this particular grid, it starts to wait for a take profit. Okay, so even when the coin dips, it will buy from that grid again, and it will set up another take profit. It will keep adjusting, so it will keep setting up a take profit. But in the DCA system, you have just one take profit, one major take profit. Aside from the partial TP, you have just one. So what the DCA does is that when it buys, for every buy, the system will adjust your average price. So each time the robot buys the dip, your average price will be adjusted. Okay? So it recalculates the average price. While the grid system does not recalculate the average price, it will just buy and it will wait to sell. So while the DCA, we buy to accumulate coins so that when it sells, it makes a whole lot of sense. The grid system will just keep buying and selling, buying and selling. So there are clear differences. So now, what kind of coins do you trade on the grid system? Okay, the grid system is good for stable coins. They're very good for stable coins. You can see on this example is BTC. So BTC is one of those coins you could trade on grid. You don't want to accumulate BTC. What you want is just to buy and sell. You want to make money from BTC, you can just use the grid system. So you just buy and sell. You don't want to accumulate. So it just keeps buying and selling, buying and selling. So you trade stable coins on AI grid. AI grid is not meant for erratic coins or coins that are spiking 50% or 100% pump in a day. No, you don't use it on AI grid. So the AI grid system is designed, even on the charts, if you go to the charts, this chart here is designed for AI grid. So you can trade the coins on AI grid on AI DCA. Yes, but not all coins on AI DCA are recommended for AI grid. I hope you catch that. Okay, so all the AI grid, you go with stable coins that are stable. Yeah, coins that don't pump or dump. So that's it on AI grid. See another thing. So this is the AIDCA. AIDCA, of course, deals on color. This is dollar cost averaging. So as it buys, the prices will readjust. Okay, so it keeps readjusting as you buy. Okay, it readjusts your price to an average price. So that's why it's called the dollar cost average. So it keeps taking averages as it's buying until it gathers enough and hits a take profit, and you make more money because you accumulate coins here. Okay, so I hope we cut that.